Today we're back in beautiful Palombaro, where today we have a property that has possibly some of the most stunning views that I've ever seen. With 4 terraces, a garden, garage and completely habitable. What a place we've got for you today. So this the start to this video is a little bit different to what I usually do, because I usually kick off by showing you around the town, but because this is quite a large property and it's quite a long video, so I thought I'd cut that down a bit and leave a couple of descriptions in the box of other properties for sale in Palombaro, or should I say links in the box. If you do want to have a look around the town, then you can see it at the start of those properties. What I did think, can't get my words out, what I did think would be good to show you is one of the reasons why people love Palombaro so much, and that's because in this direction we've got the low-lying hills and heading down to the coast, which today it's a little bit hazy, even though I filmed the property on a different day, so you'll suddenly see the sun shining, so that's because it is on 2 different days. But usually you can see the sea in this direction, you can see neighbouring Carsally over here on the hill. It's dead easy to get to the sea. You're about 30 minutes from the sea. You're also really close to Guardia Grel, which is on the hills over in this direction. But the great thing is, and what people really like about it, is you've got this beautiful backdrop of the rolling countryside, and then you turn in the other direction and you have this, the Maella mountain range. How amazing is that? That's the great thing about this this town. Just look how beautiful this is. So the village we've just been in is literally 2 minutes up the road. You could easily walk there. And this is today's property. And this is a property of surprises and many terraces with unbelievable views. So just panning this way, this is the drive entrance here that goes to the back of the house. I'll show you the garden and things shortly, and I'll save the surprise while later. So the house is in great condition, and new windows throughout as well. You'll see when we get inside there's a new kitchen, there's lots of space on offer here. Fly screens, shutters, double glazed windows, superb. And the property garden at this side follows this hedge line and goes to the end. Now obviously we are on the road to the village, but it's a small village, so you may get the odd passing car, but who cares? I'm stood in the middle of the road now, so it's hardly anything to be it's not exactly stood in the middle of a motorway. This is a great place, really is, and just wait while you see the views. So I'm not going to go in the house just yet. Let me just show you a storage room that they have here. And this has the boiler, a fairly new boiler. That's for the central heating. They've had new electrics in parts because they've had an extra bathroom put in downstairs. A number of great things about this property, because not only is it completely habitable, but it's got lots and lots of space to potentially extend into. Okay, so the current owners do have dogs, which is why these areas are blocked off. You can reopen these steps if you like and go on the terrace there. But I'm gonna, before we go into the house, I'm gonna show you this terrace area. Just look at this. Just look at the size of this terrace. It's enormous. And the best thing about this is this. Can you believe those views? When I say stunning, I use that word quite a lot, but this really is stunning. This is Palombaro town here. In the distance there's Guardia. In the far distance, Castelfrentano that links to Lanciano. And then here on the hilltop, it's difficult to point out on this screen because my screen's small, but this is Casoli. And you basically drop down this road that we're on now, and it takes us, winds down the valley side, and then you have main roads to go to the coast, past Casoli and straight down to the coast. So it takes about half an hour. Usually you can actually see the sea from here in the distance in the lower parts, but because it's quite warm again today, and bear in mind we're in the beginning of October, it's about 27-28 degrees today. It's a little bit of haze down there. So this is the driveway that I mentioned before, that could also potentially be turned into a terrace or whatever you need it to be, should I say. That's the driveway. And then their land goes to, there's a few rows of olive trees down here, and it finishes sort of in the middle here. So you've got quite a nice, you've got a mixture of olives, fruits, and obviously we're on a hillside, so it's sort of, but this part, I don't know if you can make it out on the video. I'll try and video it a little bit closer up later. It's all in stages, so you could have like a staged, not a stage, what's the word I'm looking for? There's different levels. That's an easier word. So it's actually been done really well, and there's walkways in the middle of it, so you could do a lot with the garden area here. But just look at these views. And this is one of 4 terraces for you to enjoy. But this one's a fantastic one for entertaining, for barbecuing. Look how much room there is on here. And as I say, yes, we're on the road, but it's the road into the village. So it's not exactly through traffic. It's just people coming. I've chosen the time now when people are coming back from work. It's just after 1 o'clock. People coming back from work to go and have lunch with their families. But as I said, it's hardly the M1 in the UK, and you get the odd passing cyclist. What do you think of this terrace? Just imagine the kind of evenings and days you could spend on here. Superb. Let's do, while we're on the outside, let me show you some of the other areas, some of the other terraces, and then we'll go in the property. So these terraces are accessed, or should I say roof, there's 2 roof terraces up here, are accessed through here. What I mentioned before about the garden having different levels, this is what I mean. Fantastic. So this terrace they tend to use for hanging washing out, things like that. But look at the size of it. It's huge. It's great that you've got all these different areas to enjoy. My camera just cuts off at those precious moments. Apparently I've filled my SD card up, and there you go. Anyway, I think I was saying, this is the land here. You can see the different levels. You've got olive trees, you've got fruit trees, you've got all sorts of things, and then you've got a number of olive trees beyond this as well. And the land goes a fair way down here, and then back up to the roadside. So it's a great sized plot. And just look at the views again. Same views as before, but from a different terrace. Wonderful. You can see how close to the village we are. A 2-minute walk away. And the road at the top leads up to the church, the beautiful church at the top. You can probably just see the top of the spire. Okay, so moving on, we have a little storage room. They've not really used this room, so they told me. This is one of the original. This shows you how old the original property was before they had work done to it. That, I believe, leads into one of the bedrooms, the master bedroom. So it could potentially be joined in again and maybe do something in here. But they've they said they'd never used it. Just little bits of storage if they need anything for the terrace outside. And then up these steps we have yet another another terrace, another huge terrace. But again, they say when visitors come over, people tend to have their own little areas, which is nice. And there's some under roof storage in there. But again, just look at the views. That's Carsley straight in front of us on the hill. So peaceful here. Absolutely incredible. Just show you the roadside. I'd say the village centre is just in there. What would you do with all this space? You could just get lost in all these places. Amazing. You ready to see inside? Let's take a look. Okay, so let's have a look inside this one. Nice entrance. Close this up. This is the original door. It is a nice, beautiful entranceway. There's actually vaulted ceilings in this as well. They've obviously been covered up with plaster, but part of this property is in stone as well. Now the great thing is all the living space is that side, so it makes the best of all the views. I'll show you that in a second. So they've had a bathroom put in on this level. The couple that's living here are moving for a genuine reason. It's actually an English couple that are moving. There's a genuine reason. It's become a little bit too large for them. But they actually made this future-proof, because the idea was that they would live on one level eventually. But they've now decided to move on. So they had this bathroom put in quite recently, within the last few years. Really nice. The nice tiles as well here. And it's a great size. This was actually part of a garage that you don't really need because you've got such a huge driveway. The other side of this is where you go into where the boiler was that I showed you. Nice big shower, huge shower. I could get in there with no problem. Don't worry, I'm not going to. I'll save that for another video. Anyway, then we have a space here for washing machine and what looks like a dryer. I'll turn the lights off as I go out, if not, and the owner will shout at me. She comes from the same area as me in the UK, and Yorkshire ladies can be a little bit I'll be careful what I'll say. In fact, I'll not say anything. Okay, so 2 main living areas are in here, but I want to show you this room first, which is a dining room. Well, they've got it set up as a dining room, even though, to be honest, they only ever use the kitchen. And what they were going to do for this eventually was potentially convert this into their bedroom. So they could have a bedroom down here, easy access to the bathroom, and even though the staircase is here to go upstairs, you could potentially, I'd have to speak to my geometer, but for me, you could knock through there, close this up, Potentially maybe put a doorway in there to have the staircase going straight up from that side rather than this. Again, that would all need to be checked out by a geometer, or maybe you don't want a bedroom downstairs. This could always be what it is now, dining room, or it could be study, anything like that. Really nice fireplace as well in this. Great, isn't it? And again, vaulted ceilings. It's the wave brick vaultings. They look fantastic when they've been done up. All the original floors. So they kept some of these floors, which I think is great. And then let's do the kitchen. Look at this for a room. I've gone quiet. What a beautiful kitchen. And this is actually a Scavolini kitchen. So it's a pricey one. This looks fantastic. I love the colour of it. Loads of workspace. I love these tops as well, these grey tops, and this sink. Excellent. There's wind chimes outside in case you're wondering what that is. They're supposed to be relaxing wind chimes. They really annoy me for some reason. Anyway, look how much space there is in this kitchen. It's huge. That's why they don't use the dining room very much, because you could easily extend this table out and have a good sized party in here. And it's nice, isn't it, to be sat in the kitchen. It's very traditional Italian to be sat in the kitchen, eating with friends and family. And look, a huge fireplace in here as well. They decided to keep the original brick. Some people face these off in stone, some people face them off in marble. And even though this property is on mains gas, the great thing about these systems, they're called thermocamino's. And what they do is, while you're having a fire, you close these doors, and you can see the pump here. It does all the radiators. So while you're having a fire, it will be happily heating all the radiators in the house as well. This is a brilliant sized kitchen, isn't it? What do you think of this? Personally, I think it's superb. Or should I say stunning? And look, this is what I was saying before about the windows. All new, superb aluminium windows. But these are the wood effect. Obviously double glazed. They also have the fly screens, and they also have the shutters. Just bang my arm. See the shutters. But the best thing is this. I know you've seen this view a few times, but isn't it great just to come out of your kitchen and look? Anne's even set me up with some prosecco. What a nice touch. She's put 3 glasses there though. I don't need 3 glasses, I only need 1. Where I come from, we just drink from the bottle. Now, stop it. Anyway, look at this for a terrace. Superb, and it's a great size as well. You could easily sit a few of you out here. And it's so handy, it being just off the kitchen. You don't find that very often, strangely enough. You usually have to walk to a terrace, but here, straight from the kitchen. And just look at those views. I know we've seen them a few times on this video, but they are mind-blowing, aren't they? Then you can see some of the garden areas where they've created little spaces. There's little walkways through here. You can see there where the bottom level goes, but the land goes beyond that, and a few rows of olive trees. So all of this belongs to it. It doesn't go all the way down, but maybe a good 10 meters, maybe a little bit more down that way. And then all of this area here, Oh, I could just imagine myself sat here all day. In fact, I might do after I finish this video. I don't think Anne will mind. She loves me, really. Okay, now let's take a look at the living room. Because again, the living room is huge. All these rooms are great sizes. This one in particular, massive. I don't know if it's coming across on the video, but these ceilings are really high. Again, we're talking minimum 3 meters. Brilliant size, absolutely brilliant. And a nice big window, again with shutters, fly screens, everything else. Looking out at that view that we've seen a number of times on this video, so I won't show you again. But what do you think of all this living space? Superb. Okay, so that's the downstairs area. So you've got the bathroom at the end, the main entrance there, bathroom at the end, the living stroke, study stroke, potential bedroom in there. Then we've got the beautiful big kitchen dining area with the terrace, and then this huge, enormous living room. So that does this area. Let's head upstairs. See if I can do this on one take. Whenever I try to do one take, I either start sneezing or say something I shouldn't do. So marble staircase again, as per usual. It's quite a steepish staircase, but that's to get you above those huge high ceilings downstairs. But it's comfortable staircase. If there is such a thing as a comfortable staircase. Then we have another enormous room. This is the master bedroom. It's a great size. And they've got 2 wardrobes in here. I'll show you when I spin round. 2 wardrobes. A huge bed. And a sofa in here. That's how big it is. And in this bedroom, they also have aircon. This really is a huge room. And this, I think, is the corner that goes into the other room that I mentioned earlier. You know, the old room that they never used. So I think potentially you could maybe open that up and use that as another, I don't know, maybe we could speak to the geometer to see if we could have a bathroom in there or something like that. Or maybe you don't need it. That's a lot of maybes I'm saying. Why am I saying maybe all the time? Anyway, walking out of the main bathroom, we have main bathroom. Did I say main bath? I'm losing it today. Main bedroom. And now we have another bathroom. Again, same tiles as downstairs, beautiful tiles. These huge showers, these are great. And everything you need at this side. We've got the sink, obviously you can see everything we have here. And also we have that amazing view out of the window that we've seen pretty much everywhere we walk. This is a superb shower. I'm tempted to get in just to see. Anne will kill me if I do, so I won't. Thing is, she's going to be watching this video back. My camera conveniently cut off again. This does that quite a lot, doesn't it? I need to find out why that is. Anyway, just off the bathroom that I've just shown, we then have a great size guest bedroom, which again has got a little wardrobe in the corner and another fairly large wardrobe at this side. So you can see how much space there is also in here. Great sized bedrooms. And again, they all enjoy, should I say it again, that stunning view. May not have come through that time because the fly screens are down, so that's probably why the view's not coming up clear. Superb. So what do you think of this? That's the main house, and then I need to take you down to see some of the surprises. For that, we're heading down to the basement area, and then we'll do our final thoughts. So from the house, you have two ways to get to the back area. The drive, this little pathway here. I love all these little garden areas as well. These could be really nice. Or steps. We'll take the steps. There's a little storeroom here for wood, which is always handy, or for whatever you want to use it for in there. Then you've got obviously the driveway, and then they've fenced off this part because they have dogs. So I'd be tempted, if you wanted to, you could have all of this as another patio area if you needed it. The surprise is in here, and this maybe could even be an extra bit of accommodation because it's enormous. That's the little balcony that I was on before. You can see some of the garden areas. I don't know if you can see through here where it's being cut. This belongs to the property. As I say, it's a few olive trees, a row of maybe 2 or 3 olive trees, and then there's loads of them that spread all the way along here, so you can get a good amount of olive oil as well. The town, obviously, Palombaro, and again you can see some of the walkways that's being created. So if you like doing your gardening and that kind of thing, then it's a great property for that sort of thing. Look at the size of the house from here. This time I accidentally turned the camera off. So as I was saying, on the back of the house, it looks huge, doesn't it? Well, it is a big property. Different view altogether, isn't it? Okay, so let's swing round and look at those amazing views again. I just can't take my eyes off it. The nice thing is, in the heat of summer as well, that from lunchtime onwards, it's 2 o'clock now, so obviously you get a little bit of shade. In the summertime, the sun's obviously higher, but you do get a little bit of shade at the back that you really need. Then you can see some of the walkways here. I just love all these little areas that they've created. Beautiful. In fact, let me just go and show you some of these levels, because it is actually quite, I'm not going to say easy to work, but obviously you can come down here and you can plant while you're stood up, if you like. And they have little seating areas. It's just a beautiful, really nice atmosphere in here, sat amongst the olive groves. So if you like your gardening, then another reason why this property could be perfect for you. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, stunning. Okay, so let's show you some of the surprises. Let's start with this one. I really like this actually. They did this for one of their grandchildren to enjoy a bit of space on their own, and created just a mini apartment, if you like. This will be classed as a storage room, but they decided to add a bed in here, and a fridge, a little table, little work unit, the washing machine, and there's also a bathroom with a shower. Small, but perfectly formed. Maybe it could be used even as a study. Or have you got another idea what you'd maybe use it for? Write in the comments, let me know. At the moment it's got a single bed in here, but I would say that you can get a double bed easy enough in there. Maybe a little bit tight at the sides, but not a big deal. Or you could maybe play around with it and spin it in this direction. I don't know, I reckon something could be done there. Maybe a pull down sofa, you know, sofa bed, you know what I mean. Great little space, separate to the house, own little entrance, and its own little terrace area as well, with those views. Then, on top of all of that, we have more storage, which is fantastic to have, where they keep the wood for the winter time. The winters are not mad here. I live just outside of the village, so if we get a few days of snow a year, that's about it now. Used to get more, but very little now. Loads of storage space and workshops and part of the pump system for the central heating. That goes into the little room I've just been into, and this, if I can remember which one is the light, can I remember? See if that's it. This is, I can't find the light. Let me go back. I thought I found the light for that, but that's a little wine cantina. A little wine store. I will get a photograph of that. And then, so all of this storage, let me, I'll leave these lights off actually. And then, look at this. It is full of things at the moment because Phil, the owner, loves model railways, and he's in the process of creating, well, whatever he's creating. I don't know what it's called. A railway track. But look at the size of this room. This is going to be 4 or 5 meters high. What would you do down here? There's water down here. There's a fireplace down here. And these doors, and the garage doors outside, when they lift up, you're straight out onto the terrace with those amazing views. What would you do down here? Look at the size of this place. This could just be a party room. Could be anything. It's enormous. Told you it was a big house, didn't I? Incredible. Write in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you would do. I could think of loads of things in there. I used to be a musician. Did I ever mention that? Tried to make it famous for many years. I never really got anywhere. But there you go. That's another story for another day. What a property. What a great place. What a great location. Beautiful. Are you ready for the final thoughts? Let's get on with that. So my final thoughts on this one, I'll keep it brief. I know you like that. It is a fantastic place. It's a beautiful home. If you're looking for something independent with a garden but want to be next to the village, well, this is perfect. Lots of space on offer. Lots of space on offer. Lots of outside space. From terraces, from the garden. It's just a great, great property. And it is a genuine reason for sale. They're a great couple. They've been here 5 years and they love the house. But unfortunately, I don't think they'll mind me saying, health and sort of things like that sometimes get in the way, and keeping a house of this sort of size, obviously, it's well, it's not a hardship at all. It's a family home, isn't it? That's what we do these things for. But I think they've just got to that stage of moving on, and they're leaving behind a beautiful property, and I know they're very upset about leaving. So what else can I say? Great property, loads of potential, beautiful location, close to the sea, close to ski, close to everything. The little village has all the basic facilities, so there's pharmacists, a couple of mini markets, doctors, butchers, restaurant, bar. But then you're only 10 minutes from Carswell and 15 minutes from beautiful Guardia Grelle. Superb. Well, you know what I'm going to say next. Well, you don't actually, because I'm going to say I'm going to open this. And if you feel like opening this as well and enjoying these views, then don't miss out on this one. And don't worry, I'll get rid of the wind chimes.